December 4th, 2024, Brian Thompson, CEO of UnitedHealthcare, was shot and killed outside the New York Hilton Midtown in Manhattan. Authorities quickly arrested 26-year-old Luigi Mangione, charging him with the crime. But what followed was unexpected: an outpouring of public sympathy for the killer and widespread criticism of the U.S. healthcare system.
Around this case, the healthcare system in the United States is awful. It is killing American people, and I need to be here to fight for.
Was this murder a personal act of revenge, or was it the result of something much bigger? On the morning of December 4th, 2024, Brian was exiting the New York Hilton Midtown after a high-profile business conference. As he stepped onto the sidewalk, checking his phone, a masked man emerged from the crowd. Witnesses later described the scene as eerily silent. No words exchanged, no warnings given. The first shot rang out, striking Thompson in the leg. He stumbled, collapsing onto the pavement. The second shot followed immediately, hitting him in the back. He gasped for air, his body twitching as blood pooled beneath him. Within seconds, the shooter was gone, disappearing into the sea of pedestrians. Chaos erupted. Onlookers screamed. Hotel security and bystanders rushed to Thompson's side, but it was already too late. The bullet had pierced vital organs, ensuring his death within moments. A tourist captured a blurry video of the suspect walking briskly away, his head down, his hands tucked into the pockets of his dark hoodie. Surveillance footage later revealed that the suspect had been waiting for Thompson for over an hour, loitering near the entrance, scanning the crowd. Police noted his precise movements. He had planned his escape route meticulously, avoiding cameras at key intersections. For investigators, it was clear this was not a random attack. It was an execution. 5 days later, on December 9, 2024, Luigi Nicholas Mangione was apprehended in Altoona, Pennsylvania, ending a tense multi-state manhunt. His arrest came after a McDonald's employee recognized him from widely circulated images and discreetly notified authorities. Within minutes, unmarked police vehicles surrounded the area. Mangione was inside, quietly eating a plain hamburger. When officers stormed in, he didn't resist. He simply raised his hands and uttered 5 words: "I knew you'd find me." Upon searching his belongings, investigators discovered a 3D printed firearm with a homemade suppressor, resembling the weapon used in the murder, a fake ID under the name Mark Rosario, the alias he had used to check into a Manhattan hostel before the crime, $2,500 in cash, suggesting he had been planning to remain off the grid. A notebook filled with disturbing notes about corporate greed, insurance fraud, and what he called ethical vengeance. More chilling was the handwritten manifesto found in his backpack, 262 words meticulously outlining his frustration with the healthcare system. The phrase delay, deny, deplete was scrawled repeatedly, mirroring the same words engraved on the bullets used to kill Thompson. Unlike typical murder suspects, Mangione had no history of violence, no criminal record, and no known affiliations with extremist groups. But his crime was methodical, symbolic, and deeply personal. When officers asked if he had anything to say, Mangione reportedly smirked and said, "I did what Congress refuses to do." The manifesto found in Mangione's possession revealed deep frustration with the American healthcare system. In it, he accused insurance companies of delay, deny, and deplete tactics, phrases that were also engraved on the bullets found at the crime scene. This chilling message suggested a calculated, symbolic act rather than a random attack. Additionally, Mangione's social media activity showed strong opinions against corporate corruption, calling out specific executives and their policies. Investigators later found that he had been influenced by writings from Ted Kaczynski, the infamous Unabomber, pointing to an anti-modernity ideology. After Thompson's murder, social media erupted with mixed reactions. Surprisingly, many sympathized with Mangione, viewing his actions as an extreme response to a failing healthcare system. Users shared personal stories of denied claims and delayed treatments, pointing fingers at UnitedHealthcare as a symbol of corporate greed. Some even referred to the murder as justified, revealing widespread anger toward the industry. However, public officials and commentators condemned the violence, stating that, while the system has flaws, murder is never the answer. Luigi Mangione was formally charged with first-degree murder, terrorism, and multiple related offenses in a Manhattan court. Additionally, he faced federal charges for the use of a silencer-equipped firearm and interstate stalking, making him eligible for the death penalty. U.S. Attorney General Pamela Bondi announced that she would seek capital punishment, calling the crime cold-blooded and premeditated. Mangione's defense argued that he acted under severe emotional distress due to personal experiences with the healthcare system, though no specific details were revealed. This case reignited the national debate over healthcare in America. While some see Mangione as a vigilante taking justice into his own hands, others view him as a criminal who committed a horrific act. What is undeniable is that his actions have forced a renewed conversation about insurance policies, patient rights, and the urgent need for reform. The murder of Brian Thompson by Luigi Mangione raises difficult questions about justice, revenge, and systemic failures. Is this an isolated act of violence or a symptom of a deeper societal issue? What measures should be taken to address legitimate concerns without resorting to violence? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more true crime cases.